Welcome to the Heroic Round recap of episode 15 of A Wizard's Folly, The Traitors Tree.
Welcome back to the Heroic Round recap, where we break down what just happened, what our characters are thinking, and where we air out our beef after each session. Let's jump in, air that beef. So I want to start with a couple of questions just to the group. First one is, did anything happen that changed your character's perspective in the last two sessions?
I have a lot to say.
Bring it, Flavi.
It feels the first time this region has now been opened in terms of, who are the other players, the other powers, realizing like, we've been so focused on the Thorn Fort, the Brotherhood, the Castle Corbeau, and then realizing like, there's a whole functioning system beyond it. And so it was really exciting to see like, how else are we going to flesh this out? So it helped me to be like, we did kind of wrap everything up outside of like the last remaining Manticore hunt. It did feel like I'm excited to see what do we do? What do we do now? Where do we go next?
So maybe it really felt like a chapter closing and a new one opening. Yep. And the cornucopia of the land.
Yeah.
Opening itself to you.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it was really cool.
That's interesting. Brandon looked like you had something to say. LS?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Something that changed your character's perspective?
No.
Nothing
there.
All right.
I do like that we're getting to see a little bit of like a little bit of dissension between like the Foxies, the Fox Brigade,
the
Foxtails. Yeah, I was trying to think of something cuter.
Let's try. What could we call them that's cuter?
Foxy Moxies.
Anyway, but yeah, so it was nice to see that it's not like all sunshine and rainbows there. I'm really disappointed that I promised that I wouldn't kill
Hugh Blumford.
Hugh Blumpkin, yeah.
Because you wanna take him to the tree.
It would have been perfect. It's killing two
let
birds
me
with
ask
one
you this.
stone.
Are you killing him?
Don't put that evil on me.
Here's my question for you,
Loophole.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Do you want to just be done with Hugh? Or is this you playing your character? And I don't care how you phrase it, but I'm interested to know. Like, are you just like sick of like him being here, or is it like you're sick of him being a threat to us?
It's honestly more of a threat because like
Every time we get into a fight,
genuinely, is he gonna turn on us and kill us? And like,
That's my favorite part.
is it?
Yeah,
But why would you want that? Like in game?
In game, because I'm playing as the character of Flavius, where I want to see him safely get back to the church, to have him investigated, to see what we can learn about lycanthropy.
So
that's why I'm driven. In my mind, I think if I can do this, it's bringing home a trophy. This is a mystery that we can potentially try to solve. So that's my driving factor.
So the fact that he killed people and he doesn't face punishment is less important to you?
No, he can face his punishment once he gets back to the church. That was the goal all along, in my mind.
Okay.
Well, I think you bring up a good point, Brandon, because even what you just said, Zach, it sounds like the thing that is most important is solving the mystery, not dispensing punishment or justice.
Correct. Yep.
And
that's
I think that's okay.
Flaw.
That's just
Flavius's character flaw.
You're like, that's just what it is.
Yep.
What about you, Mac? Did anything happen that changed your character's perspective?
The introduction of the kind of demigod level Fae. She sucks.
Tina?
She's scary.
You didn't like her?
Oh,
I thought you were thinking about the other lady. But yeah, she's scary.
Callista.
Yeah.
What did you call her?
You're talking about Granny? Granny was
Oh, the
bussin'.
Ettercap was awesome.
I loved it. I loved
So
Granny.
cool.
That was such a cool character.
Mm-hmm.
That was one I went home and I was like, there was like an Ettercap. It had like two heads and two
That's
personalities.
exactly that's the first thing I told to my wife when I got home.
Like,
I
and
said,
then I
she
got
had to
major
introduce the
deflated.
coolest freaking NPC. I love it.
That's great.
It was cool.
I totally forgot about you.
But other
Callista.
than Callista is like kind of like, don't like she's scary. She's killable. Sure, I believe that, but it's like, that'll be tough.
Is she?
Oh yeah. All wood burns. No, I don't know. I think that's all really. it was cool to see kind of get more detail on the foxtails and understand that they're kind of maybe not good people and that this region goes through a bit of a cycle of overthrowing and
that
you're
was
seeing a
good.
pattern
The
here.
pattern
Yeah.
now.
Mhm.
so it's like, oh well maybe it should just flow and Marcus Foxtail should be in charge. But I kind of feel like
Oh.
each iteration gets worse. So
Like we have to break the cycle. I didn't even think about it because
break the chain.
if you think about Castle Corbeau, it could very much be like a hermit shell. So the Corbeaus probably took it from somebody else.
I hate to
Right?
break it to you, but that's how all of history goes.
Oh,
That's not what my history books have told me.
That's true.
That's a different podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, so what moment did you feel most in character?
Easily, like when I'm now that I'm a sorcerer attorney at law, that was a lot of fun. Like trying to wheel and deal with this dryad nympho. That felt for me like the most D&D style, like where that was a lot of fun for me.
That was very classic Brandon.
Yeah,
It
really
That was
high risks.
when you were talking with Callista.
Yeah.
I am so glad that Flavius had a legitimate reason for not being there.
It worked out great.
It
And-
was so good.
And also, yeah, it would have been a little different because I would have just swapped out Hugh if I hadn't literally just moments before. Yeah,
Yeah.
hours in game before. But
Mhm.
yeah, so yeah, that was a lot of fun. I thought that was good. I was a little bummed because I wanted the plan where we could interrogate Jinx
Mm.
at the castle, but then our plans changed a little bit because I feel like that.
oh yeah,
I feel like that.
cliffhangy.
Yeah, I feel like the ranger, forgot her name.
Silva.
Silva.
Wink to our Silva.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I feel like she might be able to kill us all. I don't know. I just get that vibe. Definitely in the
She
Ettercaps.
definitely has an attitude about
Yeah,
it.
definitely in the Ettercaps house. Like if we would have fought that, we would have like died.
Ettercap? Etten.
Etten.
Oh, I thought yeah,
We were
I
saying
said
Ettercap
Ettercap,
earlier.
He did.
yeah.
both
That
of
was
you
maybe
check-
my
I did
bad.
not say Ettercap.
Check the
Check the
record.
recording.
I bet you $1.
But it's a two-headed Etten.
Yeah.
Is what it is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just never
Because Ettercaps
in
are
all my years
Underdark.
never
Yeah.
never saw one. So I don't know.
It's all good.
I've been
all
spending
good.
too much time on Menzo Branson.
Oh, Menzel Branson.
Boom.
Zach Nafine. I wish one of us, well, not one of us. I think you should have named one of your kids Zach Nafine.
That would have been so good.
So good.
I still have 2 kids on the way. I could just change their last name, whatever we
do it.
want.
Middle name. Just middle
I'll
name.
assign it when Cherry's not looking. That's a good idea.
Ooh, middle name Zach Neffine.
Middle name Zach Nafine, dude.
Can I bring up something?
Is
I need
that
to-
a little
I need
on
to-
the nose, though, because you'd be naming them something that's a dark elf?
And here,
You know?
I need to call John out for something really quick.
Call him.
This has been on my chest for almost
Here comes meat. onto the
12
table.
years.
Beef onto the table.
maybe not 12 years, but there was a chance that one of my children could have been named Duncan, Idaho. My wife
Oh,
loved the name
yeah.
Duncan.
Uh-huh.
Idaho was a little bit of a stretch for a middle name, but my wife could be behind it because she has a lot of history, family history there. And Cherry happened to mention it to John when we were hanging out. And he goes, "Oh, like that awesome character from Dune."
Yeah.
And when we stopped hanging out, she's like, "You were really going to name our kid after Duncan, Idaho from Dune?" And I said, "You just don't get it." But you know what?
She came around, though.
I'm going to make amends. She came around, John. She came around, and now she regrets not using Duncan, Idaho for a name.
How bad would it mess
I
up
just
one of your
wish you
kids
wouldn't
to
hold
change
grudges
their
for a
name?
decade.
Yeah, like after they're 10 years old, change their name.
Now I'm going to cross that off. So we're good now.
So I just want to point out with
book of
that,
stupid crap.
just to build on that, you're only forgiving him because your wife forgave you. So are you actually forgiving him, or is it just the amends has been made?
I feel vindicated because
Okay.
now she thinks it's a kick-ass
Elven
name.
lawyer.
So because it's
Yeah,
okay
the
now, then it's
adventures of the
forgivable.
Sorcerer Rogue
That's fair.
lawyer.
That's fair.
Now I
You're
view
gonna
it's me and
multi-class into
John
lawyer.
against her. Just kidding.
Mhm.
No.
That's great.
So anyways, sorry.
Cool. I'll draw my crisp blade. Crisp knife. Dang it. My brain is muck.
No, it's not.
Goo
so,
goo muck.
so Zach, when did Flavius feel most in character?
I didn't really, to be honest.
Okay.
When you asked that question, I felt like a little meandering, which wasn't bad. Like I liked reading off what I had written to send off to Eminence, Chasen, and the other
Katarina.
letter as well. But it did feel like a good chance to like sit back and like I didn't really feel like very paladin-y.
Sure.
So I felt like I was playing like the character, but I didn't feel like, oh, there wasn't like a big moment where I was like, oh, I was like really in character. It
Got
was
it.
cool. Like it was good to come in and nothing was necessarily evil and kind of look and get magic items. It felt like a little bit of a maintenance mode for
Yeah.
Flavius to get stuff identified and buy magic items and feel like ready to
Mhm.
get going with it. So not that I didn't enjoy it, but I was like, I don't think there's like a big character swing moment.
Sure. What about you, Mac?
I feel the same. Yeah, I don't know that there was a moment where I was exceptionally in character or I don't know.
I think when you created gallons and gallons of water was
That
a
was
very
kinda fun.
Mac moment.
I also thought you did a great job first interacting with Callista. That was sweet.
there were
and
some good Mac
Our
moments.
our first visit and then our second visit.
Yeah.
I thought you did a
Immediately
good job
after.
that way.
Okay, I've got a couple of questions from users. So at Grave Snacks with a Z asks LS, be honest, do you regret any of your spell picks? If you could redo your build, what would you change?
Yeah, so the plan is to go into Arcane Trickster, which is a prestige class, and there are feats and ways that I could have got there faster. But for my character, characterization, I think the spells that I picked, which are only color it's color splay. So when
Splayed
they
out.
fail their save, they have to lay down and. But color spray and true strike, they're like
the upgraded version of that spell is Spread Eagle.
So if they're under 4 hit dice, then it's spread completely.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
Okay.
color splay greater, but yeah, typically it's called
the Spread
it's
Eagle.
it's called
Yeah.
spread eagle. Yeah, but yeah, that sucks because there's not a lot of utility there in the route of a sorcerer because they cast spontaneous spells. They have less known spells, and there's spell
Fewer.
progression. Okay, attorney douchebag at.
He's the paralegal.
He's
the
the
kobold
paralegal.
I'm gonna just add a quick
Uh-huh.
question. Everybody, just so you know the history, Brandon has has played a very effective wizard, and so it's interesting that you're playing a sorcerer now because you are so limited on your spells.
Yes, kind of sucks. The utility is just way different. It's just
Yeah.
it's a different set. So eventually it will get there and it will be good. But for now, like it slowed my progression. I probably could have picked a little bit different set, but ultimately it is what it is. And like it's not a min-max character, so I'll feel weak for quite some time, but we'll get there. And I can find magic items and stuff, and we'll see where my role fits if it's more into a caster because we already have like quasi casters anyway, right? Like so. But yeah,
Well, you've always been incredibly flexible.
I can touch my toes.
You can trust his elbows behind his back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you do roll with the punches quite well, and then find your stuff along the way.
Yeah, and who knows? I might be an undead werewolf bar
Oh,
mitzvah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's true. Okay, from at Manicore
R.I.P.
Mom, Flavius,
Mm-hmm.
how could you kill the baby Manicores? I legit paused the episode and had to process.
They're evil. They're deviant creatures, and they needed to die.
Sticking, just gonna die on that hill.
Yeah. In my mind, it's just how would Flavius approach this? Like, it was a little bit of like the heat of the battle. Like, let's just finish this once and for all. And so I was just like, all right, let's just start popping these little guys left and right.
It's like popping zits.
Yep. And I am very glad that 2 of them were saved. I think it's an interesting play now.
Mhm.
So,
would you say it's an interesting mystery?
yes.
Okay.
Take it easy, Sarah McLaughlin.
Mystery mode.
I don't know. When I was in the moment, the thing is, I had already made up my mind before that fight even came that I was going to kill them all.
Okay.
So
Yeah, listening back to it when you were like, I'm going to use my shield this time. You were like kind of keeping it fresh.
keep it fresh. All right, I'm gonna brash this brains out with my shield.
Yeah,
Great.
I'll
awesome.
rotate. I'll use
I think
this
I'll
other
just try
weapon.
and sit on this
Yeah,
one.
this one I'm just going to rotate.
Can I rip its jaw off? I can't go that way direction. So
That's crazy. Okay, and then this one is for Mac from Alchemist_actual. Why did you choose to play a dwarf druid? That's not a combo I see often. Do you usually play dwarves, or is Mac something new?
Definitely something new. I almost always play rangers that are elven rangers, because I'm boring. There is actually
You
an
just
image.
offended everyone who plays Elven Rangers. They're not boring.
They're easy. I love it. No, there's actually an image on my phone that I've had on there since 2015. That's of like a dwarf, like ranger, dwarf druid or something. It's like a cool sketch. So I was like, that'd be cool.
And we'll show that.
Sure.
Show that
Yeah.
here. Yeah, Kenneth. Okay, this so Alchemist_actual had a follow-up for the group. How do I create a compelling character?
You don't.
You read a book and you go, I'm going to create a character exactly like this.
Okay.
We all did that.
Actually,
No, real talk though.
I don't think
Real
that
talk?
I don't think that that's a bad way to go. I mean, a lot of our first characters were based.
all of mine.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of our characters were based on like books or like cool characters in books, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? And I would go as far as to say like, there's nothing wrong with embodying like what you like in that character or like how the characters act in a book or in a movie.
Mhm.
Like, this is a world where you can make whatever the hell you want up, right? And do what you want. So like, if that's what helps you play a character and have fun with it, then why not? Like, I think we've all played enough characters that we get a little bored with like just a classic
Copy paste.
Yeah, like something, you know, and so I think the more you play and the more you like delve into the like lore in the game that you're playing or like the monster manuals and stuff like that, you can get like different flavor. But I think a cautionary tale would be sometimes you can get too far into a character.
What would that be like? Would that be like a half celestial centaur?
That actually sounds like the perfect character.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
But I'm sure we'd get along really well.
Half
Claudius
man,
and that, yeah.
half angel.
Yeah.
Half angel.
Uh,
Or maybe like playing like a dragon egg, and you like have like telepathic power.
I'm
and you're
not
hatched,
I'm not
and you're not.
You're on
hatched for, like-
trial. You're on
I
trial.
would just like to say that I'm not dissing your characters.
I
ideas.
think- I
These are
think-
ideas that I've
I-
loved and cherished.
I bring it up because I think there is a cycle of once you start playing Dungeons and Dragons, you're trying to make compelling characters. You get like, oh, I want to play this race in this combination, and you learn the books and you learn the classes. And sometimes you can not lose the plot, but you've played so much, you always want to find yourself engaged. And Brandon always brings a very engaged character. So I'm making fun of him because these are like this Dragon Age, half Centaur Celestial is stuff that Brandon's talked about
Those are
for
multiple characters.
a long time.
To be
That's
clear,
one-
that's not
that's
one
one
character.
That's one character.
Yeah.
In
Yep.
egg, in utero.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But to that point, like your character like has to be flexible, right? And it's like, okay, so say you're playing a tiefling or whatever the Pathfinder equivalent, if there's not a tiefling, right? And it's like, oh no, tieflings are always bad, or like,
Yeah, they don't have to be.
right. I know. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
don't get boxed in with like what it says. Like, typically dwarves
Mhm.
do this or whatever. Like,
I mean, pickle, right? I'm basically pickle.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that. But
Yeah.
but pickle was like nonverbal, right? Pickle was like oi oi,
Yeah.
said the dwarf,
Yeah.
right?
Uh,
Shout out to
You
Ari
know what's
Salvatore.
interesting? I didn't start this character thinking like I was basically gonna like fill the archetype of R2D2 and C3PO.
Oh
But
my
we are.
gosh.
Like somehow it just kind of fell into that, where like we never sat down and said, Zach, you're the straight man.
So I'm
And-
like Luke Skywalker, Han Solo. Both
more
of
like
them.
Princess Leia.
I think I'm Han Solo. You're. Just kidding.
No, Landon Thorne's Han Solo.
He is. You're gentlefolk.
That's interesting.
but we
John.
we play off each other and we like figure things out of how to like play our characters without ever discussing it.
Yeah.
Like we never sat down in session 0 and said, "Okay, I'm gonna be slapstick," and like I have like a 20-something wisdom. Like I shouldn't be as dumb as I am, but it's fun. And
Well,
I'm having fun, so
But I actually think like you do show wisdom when you're like, oh, this snake came and told me I was a thief. I'm gonna go make it right. Like that's some pretty cool wisdom about it, rather
Oh,
than
I just think
failing.
that's very rudimentary. But
Well, no, I'm just saying
self-preservation.
that's like an interesting moment where not every player would be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back to that tree
I didn't think
Oh,
about
and try to
doing
make
that.
it right.
I would
Like,
have made amends.
people would be like, I'm out of here. I'm just leaving, you know. But it's interesting.
I don't know if I should be offended if I'm C3PO. Human cyborg relations? Come on.
I think for me in creating compelling
it fits, right?
characters,
Yeah, go say it, Flavius.
this is a huge thing, but I think Brandon and John have hit some important parts. But I'm always a driver of motivation. Like, this is so stupid. But when I was in high school and I was acting in musicals and plays,
Ding.
my 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 theater teacher would say, write the subtext to your whole entire script. So what you say and then what you mean behind it, right? And I think that's always a fun aspect of when I'm playing and making a compelling character is like Flavius is going to have motivations for what he wants to accomplish, what he wants to do. And then if I understand what those motivations are and I like them, then it can come out and play and how I then interact with other characters, right? I think there is a danger in that because you can have motivations where you are like, this is my absolute, like, I'm not going to deviate from it. And it just creates friction. But I think having it be motivations, but then also realizing, oh, number one, I'm playing with a group. Like, this isn't just fun for me. If I can make it fun for everybody, it's going to be more enjoyable. And realizing in a situation where Flavius needs to have strong companions by his side, he would take opportunities to look at his motivations and then ask, like, do I need to change this? Is there an approach that I need to do? So that's always like a compelling driver of like kind of what these subtexts are behind characters. I think that's a cool way to play it.
I like that.
You know, I think something interesting as you're talking about that, right, is that in the past when I've played characters like that, it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
So different motivations work for different types of players and different types of people, right? So like finding what you can resonate or what resonates with you really is it is that's what makes it great, right? Like we all have different ways that we draw on our characters or draw characters from the world around us or whatever. And so like there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
Yeah.
Right. So it's find what works with you. And these are some examples because these are what have worked with us
Yeah.
for years and years.
I'm going to
Yeah, I
reverse.
think- Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to reverse it on you for like a DM. How do
Yeah.
you,
I was.
what do you
gonna
look
bring-
for being like compelling characters? Is a way that you can foster that? Or is that a way to be like,
Yeah. No, I think there's so much I would say here. One is just a call out on the static versus dynamic
Mhm.
character. I think that for me, and I would argue for most people who enjoy stories, it's much more interesting and exciting to read about a character that changes, right? That they have, setbacks or changes of heart, or, they go through things that cause them to not be the same. And I love that in players when you guys show up, because I will say it's going to be very interesting when we look back at this recording, because you show up session 1 with the character that you are and in those first few sessions. And I think we'll be surprised at where you guys end up and how you behave and what you do in future sessions, which is really cool. And if you look at probably my favorite NPC that I've been controlling this whole time, Landon Thorne.
oh yeah,
He's changed from the beginning. He still has some similarities, right? Some of his like Monty Python-ish
Yeah.
hijinks, but he also is growing and like learning and having, things change with him. That's so compelling and exciting. So when it comes to having a compelling character, taking those story beats or things that are happening with your DM and allowing them to change you. And to say, whoa, we just went through something traumatic. Like, how would that actually change my character? And showing up with a new perspective, that, like, as a DM is so exciting.
That's
Like,
cool.
that's so fun to play off of because you're just seeing now a world that feels more real, And you'll see that as well with a number of the NPCs that maybe aren't my darlings, but are players in the realms that I create. They don't stay the same. You'll have interactions with important people, and then you'll come back and have interactions with them later, and they're very different than they were before, and it's because of things they're going through, and that's exciting for me. So the last thing I'll say is just creating a compelling character doesn't have to be a solo job. You can talk with your group, see what they're doing. You can talk with your DM and try to create something together, because even with all 3 of these characters, there are elements that are between just me and you that the other players don't know yet, for all of you, which is really cool because that gives us cool things we can play with later and juicy reveals and exciting growth opportunities. So I think it's really fun to create that with a DM or with the players around you because it just allows you to collaborate, which is part of the fun of the game as well. Cool.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on this topic?
I don't know. There's a lot. I think we could do a whole podcast about this. But I love talking about this stuff because I think I'm so outside of how people play Dungeons and Dragons today, of like going on a Discord group, going to a game store, paying a DM. Like I wonder how do you do this to make it work in a group that you don't really know? How do you build the internal out of game relationship so you can play a character you like without butting heads with everybody? Anyways, so
Yeah.
I think it's an awesome opportunity, like for other groups that I've played with. Like you can grow.
What other groups?
Even if you don't like communicate with them often outside of the game, right, or from away from the table, like you're still creating a story together, and like some like fond memories and like friends where you're like, "Whoa, that was so cool when we did this," or you know what I mean. So the same like magic that happens like can happen in those groups, right? It's just I think finding that balance of compromise between being true to your character, what that looks like, and also how the group works, and keeping in mind that like this isn't a single player game, right? Like
right.
you're building a story together, and even if your group is a murder hobo group, right? Like you can still have like your stylization, or you can still do things together, even if it is. Remember when we killed that whole town? That was
Yeah.
awesome.
It's true. Final question for the group. If your character could ask the DM a question, what would it be?
Why? I'm just kidding.
Max is why.
Um,
I'm not promising an answer right now, by the way. I just want to know what is your character wondering
I'm
about?
always intrigued of like, where do you wish we would have deviated? Like, is there a pass of our session where you're like, I wish they would have gone here. I wish they would have gone. I wish they would have stayed in the Thorn Fort one more night. I wish they would have searched the castle, Corbo. Like, I'm always interested because like you make this whole world and this NPCs, and there must be realities is like we get to 60-70% of it. I don't know. So I'm always interested in that. Like, oh, if they would have done, I love those imaginary like forks in the roads that we have no idea. We must have missed something or could have gone a different path. I always ask like, what's something you're like, oh, if you guys would have done this, it could have been so much different. So Brandon, John, you guys have any?
I don't have one. I like to go the route that I think my character would go. And so to me, I actually don't like it when like I try to never be like, okay, I ask for inspiration of like what I should do, or like talk to my God or whatever, because I don't like that. Like I personally, I think like I'm playing my character, and so I would know what I want to do other outside of like knowledge religion checks or something like that. I try not to, because to me then it's like not, I don't know, it's just not my, this is not my thing. It's just not how I like to play it. And so like I mean they're like not as a character, but like I want to know what's happening or how things have changed or what happened, but like I don't want to know as well, because it's kind of like fun in the mystery, and it's like it keeps me more involved, because then I'm not looking for like a big green hand to come out of the sky and kill, so and so. But so I guess I don't know, nothing, I guess.
Cool. But you, Mac?
Yeah, I really don't have anything coming to mind.
Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to this recap of Heroic Round. Whether you're here to relive the chaos, catch up on the action, or just soak in the drama of Thornhaven Forest, we're grateful to have you around the table. If you're loving the world we're building and the stories we're telling, help us spread the word. Leave a review, share the show with your party of adventurers, or summon a juice wizard and tell them to stop geeking on Elixir and subscribe. Got questions, wild theories, or fan mail for Stripes the Manicore Kitten? We'd love to hear from you. Drop us a line on socials or leave a comment. Who knows, your question might show up in the next recap. So until next time, roll high, drink your potions on ice, and always remember to live heroic and die historic.